What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here with another episode of my Sunday Q&A. And if you watched last week's Q&A, apparently it's been somewhere around 11 years or so since I last uploaded one of these videos back in 2006. Exactly 1 year before YouTube even existed, which would make me not only the first YouTuber ever, but also the first time-traveling YouTuber ever, which would essentially confirm my own superiority complex that I, in fact, am the greatest YouTuber to ever exist. Seriously though, it's Sunday, and for like the third or fourth Sunday in a row, the Q&A is actually happening on Sunday. Which means that this joke isn't funny anymore. Or maybe it means that I should just slack off next week to make the joke funny again. That would actually work to my advantage, since I will be going to a Phillies game next weekend with the sun. Give me a little bit of extra time to just hang out, spend a little bit of extra quality time with the boy. It's funny, I'm actually sitting here planning on procrastinating next weekend. Wrap your mind around that paradox. But yes, it's Sunday, and in front of me I have a bunch of questions, and inside me, well, I don't think y'all motherfuckers want to know what's inside me right now. Wait, what? Butt stuff! But down below is the comment section, and in it, you should leave your cues. And next week, you get a piece of my A. Whatever else is in there. And the first question of the week is gonna be from Addy UAX, who wants to know, how do I feel about people unsubscribing from my channel because I don't produce enough gaming content as I used to? Take Destiny, for example. What happened to your weekly Trials of Osiris vids? Well, Addy, this is a question that I get a lot. Not in the same format that you've asked your question, but I always have people come in here and saying shit like, "Oh my god, Mac, what happened to your sub count? You were close to 1 million subs at one time, weren't you? Why are your views so low? What happened to your channel?" It's funny to me, because none of that is remotely close to being true at all. And neither is your statement either, for that matter. They're both furthest from the truth. My sub count is actually fine. I've not lost any subscribers since I've started growing. The amount of subscribers that you see on my sub count at this moment is the highest that it has ever been. Every single day. And that's a fact. And at the moment, I'm pretty close to 300,000 subscribers. Many of which, I'll be real with you, aren't very active because, well, let's face it, my channel has been around for 5 fucking years. How many of you are still into the same shit that you were 5 years ago? Unless it's pussy. Probably not going to outgrow that. but my point is, not many of you guys are still going to be into the same thing that you were 5 years ago. That doesn't bother me. You know, I've never been into the whole sub count matters thing. You know, my overall sub count to me isn't as important as the individual subscribers are themselves. You know, I don't care if there are 300,000 of you or 5,000 of you. You are just important to me, no matter what the overall number is on my channel. I've said this time and time over again. As for your secondary question, not producing enough gaming content. What the fuck type of shit are you smoking, and where can I get some of that, bruh? I upload gaming videos every single day, and I haven't missed a daily upload since 2012. Over 4 years since I've missed a daily upload. Now, it might not be the game that you want me to play or that you want to watch that I uploaded. That's not my fault, is it? I am who I am, and I play what I like to play, and right now, Destiny just isn't doing it for me. Well, what do you want me to make Destiny content on? You want me to open engrams that contain loot that's not gonna matter because the weapon archetypes have been the same since vanilla Destiny with just different names? Should I upload my rewards from the Nightfalls or Trials of Osiris even though I already have every single piece of fucking gear in the game that matters to me? Face it, man, Destiny just doesn't really offer anything new or exciting to do. Challenge of Elders was fun for a few weeks, but the only thing that you're gaining from Challenge of Elders is light level. Light level that's only good for doing activities that get you more fucking light level. The endgame design loop in Destiny is broken. Chasing light isn't fun. Play it on servers with terrible matchmaking, hit detection, and unbearable lag isn't fun. I could deal with losing a game. I could deal with dying. I cannot deal with losing a game or dying to factors outside of my own control. So, at the moment, for me, Destiny just isn't very much fun. I want to tell you something, you little motherfucker. Just because you are watching my daily content doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or that other people aren't enjoying it. The world is bigger than you, buddy. Deal with it. And it's funny because the next question kind of follows up that response with Owen Murphy wanting to know if I feel like my channel would be bigger or more popular if my personality was different. Do I think that my personality turns people away? For sure! Most definitely, Owen. I know this for a fact, especially when I go on Twitter tirades and you'll see me tweet out like fucking 500 different tweets in a row, and I get like 20 to 30, maybe 40 people unfollow because they don't agree with my opinions, or they think that I'm being overly critical or cynical about the things that I say, or maybe they just don't enjoy the timeline spam. It happens. But, you know, I'm not going to make any excuses with that. It's because, you know, I am a fairly critical and cynical person. But sometimes, mostly, I end up being right about it. I just say things in the way that just it provokes people. You know, I poke the sleeping bear. But, you know, if you want to look at, like, The Division, right? When The Division launched, I got massive amounts of hate for saying that Ubisoft will sell a ton of copies of the game, but it'll be dead in a month because Ubisoft can't craft an experience like this without it being broken to all hell. Here we are, about a month or two after The Division's launch, and wouldn't you know it, the game sold a fuck ton, but it's inherently dead because of game-breaking glitches and bugs. So even though I know that a personality as strongly opinionated as mine will come off as overly cynical, brash, aggressive, or even offensive, that's not my fault. That's other people's fault for not realizing that it is okay for you to like someone that doesn't like something you do. It's possible to disagree with someone and still like them. This is one of the reasons why I don't talk about shit like politics, religion, or even show my face on my channel for that matter, because those three things can make you hate a person without you even knowing them. You want an example? Go wear a Trump shirt or a Hillary Clinton shirt out in public. Boom! People automatically hate you for that. Wear a traditional Muslim garb in public. People automatically hate you for that. And some people just have faces that make you want to punch them for no other reason than that's the face that they own. And that sucks! I don't want people to hate me because of my politics, because of my beliefs, because of the color of my skin or my face, you know? But if you hate me because of my opinions, because of my words, because of my personality, I'm alright with that. Because you've now taken the time out of your life to listen to me, to hear me, to understand what I'm saying and what I'm about, rather than judging me by my face value. And I know that I have a personality that's not easy to swallow. And I've known this my entire life. But I'm not gonna change my personality to make a little bit of extra money in life or to gain YouTube fame. Why the fuck would I do that? I already make pretty decent money outside of the YouTube, but my girlfriend makes pretty decent money. We're doing alright over here. Let's be honest, if I really cared about being famous, I probably would have already showed my face right now. But that's not something that I desire in life. And you know, also, growing up with multiple mental health and personality disorders that I possess inside my body. You know, growing up like that, it made me realize a long-ass time ago, at a really young age, that I am who I am. This is the only life that I'm gonna get. So, you need to learn to accept yourself for who you are, even if at times you hate the reason why you are who you are. There ain't shit I can do anything about it. So, why would I try to spend my time being someone that I'm not? Especially when I see so many people that I used to know and like on YouTube change themselves and their personality and just become the very thing that I despise about YouTube. If I did that, I'd probably have to kick my own ass. Please believe that. And that brings us to the third, final, and also, as always, the titular question of the week, coming from D Hooks, who's worried that Battleborn sales will seriously hurt Gearbox, causing layoffs to the point that the future of Borderlands 3 will be in jeopardy. Please tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong, Hooks! You're fucking wrong! Is that what you were looking for, Brad? Seriously though, I used to have these own fears myself about Battleborn pre-release. But you know, the more that I thought about it, the more that I realized that Battleborn kind of really doesn't affect the outcome of what Borderlands 3 is gonna be, right? While it's not helping Gearbox too much, that Battleborn isn't really taking off that well commercially. The fact that it's not tanking to the point to where it's going to hurt the company is probably their biggest success ever. In fact, most of the money that came for Battleborn probably came from Gearbox cashing in on the Borderlands franchise license. You have the pre-sequel, Tales from the Borderlands, also the Borderlands MMO in China, they loaned out that license. Recently, Lionsgate Studios' purchase of the Borderlands license for a live-action movie that's coming out alongside the Borderlands 3 release. I'm fairly certain that Gearbox should be alright when it comes to money. However, even though, like I said, Battleborn is flopping commercially, there are quite a few positives to take away from this. One, Battleborn has done really well in consumer reviews compared to their other non-Borderlands projects like Duke Nukem Forever or Aliens Colonial Marines. I hate even bringing that up, man. That's a joke in itself. All I gotta say is Aliens Colonial Marines, and people are like, yeah. But the fact that Gearbox has gone and created a new game outside of the Borderlands franchise that capitalizes on all the things that made Borderlands great is nothing short of fantastic for Gearbox's reputation in the future, since Battleborn will always be known as one of the greatest games that no one's ever played. So it helps Gearbox shed that reputation that they can't make good games outside of the Borderlands franchise. Number two, Battleborn also shows that Gearbox has made great strides in terms of balancing gameplay, which is one of Gearbox's biggest downfalls by far, is that they are really bad at scaling difficulty and weapon balancing amongst different characters. Look at the difference between Axton and Sal in Borderlands. So you're gonna tell me that there are two equally balanced characters? it's even funny just thinking about it, let alone trying to back that up as a valid argument. Or look at the scaling of UVHM and overpower levels. I've watched enemies literally heal through the damage being done in UVHM and overpower levels. It's absolutely horrendously atrocious and all over the place in terms of game design philosophy, right? They make the game intentionally hard as fuck, and then they make a character like Sal that's easy as fuck to play as and can face roll everything, even on those difficulties. What? But even on the harder difficulties in Battleborn, I don't find the difficulty to be excessive at all, and I find that the majority of the players do decent damage compared to the enemy AI. I also like the fact that they scale the difficulties for solo players, something that we don't see in the Borderlands franchise. Even though, yeah, it does get a little bit harder with 4 players in your game, playing solo in Borderlands 2 is a lot harder than playing with 4 players. Please believe that. However, some of those backward-ass game design philosophies are still a bit prevalent with the placement of some of the checkpoints, or even lack thereof of checkpoints in the later missions in Battleborn. So while it's not perfect, it does show that Gearbox is making strides and they are getting better at what they're doing. And that's why I said a few months ago that Battleborn doesn't really need to succeed, right? It feels more like a testing bed for new technology, new design, and new gameplay elements for the next Borderlands, because it's easier to screw up on a game that's not Borderlands before Borderlands comes. Because if Gearbox rushed Borderlands 3 out, right, and they weren't used to the new next-gen hardware, and, you know, maybe there was some bugs with their coding and it didn't really work out, and the game tanked. If Borderlands 3 came out broken and it tanked, Gearbox would truly be fucked. No way around that. But if they bring out Battleborn and they test out some of this new shit and they get comfortable with the next gen technology, and it's not so bad if it tanks, because they've already made enough money from licensing out the Borderlands franchise that Borderlands 3 is still gonna happen no matter what. And, you know, they are known as the company that fucks everything up outside of Borderlands, so, you know, what's another game fucked up outside of Borderlands? It's like the same thing when I upload upload a video like Overwatch, right? I like playing Overwatch. Overwatch is a personal game that I enjoy. I know for a fact, though, before I upload an Overwatch video, that it might not be the most popular video on my channel that week. It's not going to get more views than my normal everyday main content. But it still helps out to branch out and attract new people to new content that might go over my past catalog and enjoy what else I have to offer. So, don't worry about it. Battleborn flopping won't tank Gearbox. They've made enough residual money off the license for Borderlands for Battleborn to flop, not really hurt them at all. However, like I said, if Borderlands 3 tanks, that's a whole nother story. Gearbox cannot afford for Borderlands 3 to tank, and that's why I hope they take their time with it. And they do it right. Can you imagine that shitstorm? I mean, I don't even want to fucking be involved in that shitstorm, but you know, if Borderlands 3 tanks, I'm gonna be in the middle of that shitstorm, just covered in shit from all different directions. I don't even want to fucking, that's gonna be like the most stressful day of my fucking heart attack, yo. I would have a fucking heart attack if Borderlands 3 tanks. Please believe that. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you can leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But don't forget to leave your questions in the comment section down below. Because how can you expect me to give you a piece of this A if you aren't willing to break me off a little bit of something in that comment section down below, you greedy ass motherfucker. All up on my goodies for free. Love you guys. I do. My name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. And I'm gonna see you guys later.